And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Shining the Holy Ark. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And let's continue, shall we? Because we still got plenty more dungeon to go. So, it ain't gonna finish itself, as they say in the old country. Dun dun dun. Alright, we'll keep moving. I believe we've got our main character at level 20, and then everybody else is kind of slowly creeping up in level. I still didn't have enough money to buy everything yet, so we still got a mild bit of that to still sort out, so. But characters have been getting very powerful. We're talking like, as you can see, lightning at level 20. We're not going to use that. But we also unlocked elemental level 4. We have characters' healings powers who are maxing out and starting to learn aura now. So now our ninja, our reserve ninja healer, is pretty much just set for that job now. But hers is the strongest, so she's our out of party healer because she's just the weakest character statistically all around. But you know, we have a pretty generic idea, a general plan rather, of how to move forward, and we're taking damage rather well. I will say this: we haven't geared everybody up completely. Still to this day, we have not. Still to this moment in the game, we have not completely geared the entire party up. Even though I roughly spent about an hour grinding money and leveling like a madman, due to being able to level off various enemy types. Specifically the purple snake with the golden fake hat, you know, the Hatari or whatever it's called. There's places in the northeast area of this dungeon they can get them to spawn pretty regularly. But yeah, pop a heal. Okay, gotta deal with that. Oh my goodness, just never getting a break. But weapon-wise, everybody's mostly squared away. I haven't tried to get the secret gear yet that's hidden in the town, because I figure worst case we get that after completing this dungeon, or like the next time I go to town, you know, with a you know, crap ton of cash, because we're gonna need it. Melody finally hit level 20, so that's the second character to hit level 20. Loving those stats, everything over 100. Gotta love it. But yeah, we still got plenty of dungeon here to do, so makes no sense to just kind of hang out. We gotta keep you know, trucking forward here. Why? You can also tell that's how you know you've been in a dungeon too long. Pull the lever. It probably believe is the last lever we gotta pull for traversing this floor, which is pretty much 100% complete. The trick to these games, and I could say this to any game you'll ever play when it comes to dungeon crawlers like this, is that in general, a general rule of thumb is just keep leveling, keep making your character stronger and stronger until you can figure out why you're struggling, what's kicking your butt all the time as you progress through the game. And once you figure that out, most of the game kind of will play itself. But the thing that makes these games interesting is the labyrinthian tunnels you have to navigate, and then not just getting through it, the dungeons, but the enemy encounters and how you kind of have to work around them, because they're not easy, as you would see in, you know, other dungeon crawlers. So that's, to me, the difference between a good dungeon crawler and a bad dungeon crawler. Good dungeon crawlers tend to be very intriguing in a way. Uh-oh. Die. Alright, on the move. believe. You'll notice that hole above there. We've mostly seen this dungeon except for that one area we can't quite reach. So let's go on. Nice. Gonna go this way for now. Deal with this dude. Alright, let's keep moving. Saliva. And then up we go. All right. Let's see. Here from our map, that is. Nice. And then we'll want to use this immediately. Oh, that's fine. So this part of the dungeon is kind of wonky. It's really just a practice of constantly checking the map, because if you want to go certain ways, you just have to do it. So it's not a hard. This is probably not one of the. I would argue this is not one of the harder maps. It's just, again, you have to check which way you're going all the time. Please. Again, use that right away. Kill him like the rest. Alright. I had a feeling this was going to be another one of these guys. Alright, let's move. And the dragon mail, nice. I believe we can just equip that right away. And then we'll pass that on to another character to hold for now, because we're still going to be we're going to get better stuff than this. But we may as well put this on a character who's not in the main lineup. And even better, give it to somebody who's not really going to use it. Another one of my favorite little fights. Okay. Let's go this way. Nice. Pass that to a different character, though. Trying to keep our main dude's inventory relatively open. Or just as a heads up, the center, you'll see how this room is kind of shaped here. And it's shaped in a way to intentionally be a mess. Kill him like the rest. Keep moving. Alright, and Rhoda increases to level 19. Throw that in the back somewhere. Oh, came from above this time. Alright, just keep moving. God damn it. One of the few dungeons where clearing out the map is not necessary. On this particular floor, I mean, maybe I'll fuck with it over time, but I'm trying to give you guys a general way that this dungeon works. So you can see the outline of the dungeon, and it's straight up just a mix. It's just a labyrinth of those halls where they spin you around and around. So unlike other dungeons, there's not much of a need to 100% this map. Mainly because that's the nature of the dungeon, per se. But there is a negative. And that negative is realizing that I have to find the fucking switch here. Which is pretty much, I think, it might be that one right there. And Jack Tart hits level 21. Healing magic improves, which is fine by me. We don't use a lot of his magic that often anyway. What was the lever? And up we go. Alright, so the gist of this, I believe, is we want to head this way. Alright, on the move. And we get a delicious elixir. We can pass on. They're pretty full. I don't want to fill them up further. So yeah, we're gonna run into some door action here. Okay, so let's go this way. Just for the sake of argument, that leads to a whole lot of nothing. Ah, I missed it again. On the move. Nice. We're gonna give that to Melody. Which we can dump Saint's Robe. Put it on Akane. Make her the patron saint of holding my shit. Alright. Okay, as you can see, we're now getting access to doors here. We kind of be careful with how we're walking, because it's really easy for us to fuck up. Yeah, shit. Let's keep moving. And avoiding that hole. I'm getting the only other thing worth getting on this floor. Primrose. The fairy. Pull the lever. Which will give us access to a stairwell. We're not going to worry about that yet, because we got some thingies to do. Grab that. I thought there was something else here other than this, but I guess it's just this. So we get the delicious Light of Hope. It's a darn good item. For now, we'll put it on Lisa. And drop down yet again. The only way we can. Which puts us here. But we're not quite done yet. I'm going the wrong way, though. Can never seem to get a goddamn break. So we gotta keep on moving. Up again. So you can kind of see where we gotta head back. Up we go. Let's see. Gotta carefully work my way around. Because, you know, nothing's ever easy. Keep moving. Oh boy. And Akane levels up. Rang magic increased to level 4. Awesome. Alright, so we're kind of back over here again. Okay, let me think this through. Where have we not gone? This way. And we'll deal with him like we deal with the rest. Alright. I don't think that's a good way to go. It's back the way we came. Ooh! Almost fell. That would have been a travesty. And yes, we got to stop on like a dime at, you know, later points of the game here. As you can clearly see I'm trying to do. And there's the stairway from the lever we pulled earlier for anybody, you know, freaking wondering how the hell that all came to be. Okay. All right. Let me think this through here. We want to go to the northern part of the area for some goodies, among other things. Got a nice Turbo Boots rare drop, which is always welcome. As we have to fight our way through more dudes. Alright, let's keep moving. Holy Rain. Sweet. second Holy Rain. And putting the excess stuff on Lisa will reorganize. Okay, let's see. I believe. Alright, let's keep chugging along. Oh boy. Alright, let's keep moving. So let's use this. Oh God. Necessary, but we had to do it. Never get there fast enough. Keep moving here. Double checking where I am. This, yay. We'll use it right away. Nice. See, most of these dungeons, if you just walk around their perimeters, the amazing element of itself becomes a bit easier. Because we're going to grab another pixie, which would be very good. Yay! And just for a moment here, that is our first completed pixie set of pixies, meaning they'll never get stronger than that. And we need to keep note of that for things coming later, but in general, that's the idea. Alright. This room is very specific. How we handle this. I want to go, I believe it's this way. It is. Sweet. Alright, so we get the solar shard. Very important because we're going to need it big time. Let us egress from this dungeon. Return, whatever. Return, egress, doesn't really matter, does it? Because we got something very specific to do. And that is rather awkward and funny, but we're going to do it regardless. We're back at the beginning of the dungeon, as you can clearly tell. And like with the moon shard, space bag item use, which will allow us access to the goodies on this flare, which both of these are very valuable, so one more so than the other, but definitely necessary. Nice. Let's go ahead and return again, or egress. Okay. Now what we're going to do here is get back to the second floor, loot it of its gear, or treasure, and pretty much we're good for a while. Not literally, but we're good for the, you know, there's mild duration here. Let's keep moving. forgot to flip the stupid switch. It was like the reason I came this way. I should have known because I can't go back the way that I was going. Not a chance. Pull the lever. Alright. Getting there. And up we go. Okay, so we now have access to the kind of lower areas here. We're just going to go to the ones that are relevant for us, really. Nothing's going to get us through here that much faster. With some mild, you know, nonsensical points, but still. Like, you can see it's showing us more of the map here, even though we're not really reversing it in a kind of, you know, sensible way. I want to go down here. The first of two awesome treasures, the Shining Mail. You can obviously figure out what we're going to do with this. As you can see, it's not as good at breath negating damage-wise, but it's still pretty good. No reason not to give it to Jacktard. We'll give the Dragon Mail to Lisa. She full up? She is full up. Anyway, we'll give her that. Give that to somebody else. Be done with that. All right. There we go. Finally got that off. All right, we're gonna keep moving here. Let's keep moving. More big beds. Alright. Let's keep moving. We're going the right way. Yep. To get to here. We get the elemental orb. It isn't as useful as you would think. I also grabbed another one of these runic braces so we don't have to buy the damn thing. Let's put it there. There we go. Her defense is pretty good anyway. I'm not gonna make a big stink about it. How are we doing on cash? Could be better, but there's not much left for us to buy, so it's not like we're hurting. So we have to debate. We've come a long way, guys. As you can see, we can now reverse everything. So here's my thought here. Let's go ahead and finish up our purchases. Let's sell off any excess, whatever we need to do. Yeah. And this is the reason being is there's probably the best way to describe it is a nasty little boss fight coming up. And in general, you want to be prepared. So we're gonna melee fight our way, you know, through the dungeon, and that next part of the dungeon we're about to experience is gonna be easier for us to navigate than most of what we've had to deal with before. Hence why it's worth it to just go up over to town, try to get the equips and all of that sorted out. But for what's in general, I'll show you what we've been buying and whatnot. But we got some stuff we got to sell and get rid of. So there's a whole essence to that. Because you can see I have been really good about buying a lot of this stuff. But what are we sitting on that we can get rid of right in this moment? We can get rid of the war brace. So lots of mithril, which I like. We'll sell this piece of armor here. We'll keep the other emblem, the dragon orb. I'm not going to get rid of that yet. There's some excess, the Omitsu glove. Onmitsu. Battle armor. Power claw. And the Saint's robe, but we'll come back to that momentarily. Yeah, because that's what he's got, so we'll sell it. Let's see if we can get him to spawn us something good. He didn't, so let's get back to purchasing. Okay, so we should be done with the battle armors. I will check. Yeah, we're done with battle armor. We should definitely are done with the robes. One of these two, Akane, yes we did. So we're done with the armor. Pretty sure. We also checked this guy. I think we're done with the runic brace, but I could be wrong. I am. We'll get rid of the old war brace. I don't think there was any point in buying this because it lowers the breath defense, and I don't care about our main character's physical defense is so good right now. There's no reason to subject him to taking more damage via breath and magic. Breath attacks, rather. I don't think we need the Iga glove. Everybody's got what they need for that. Okay, circle it here. Okay, he's good. Melody's good. So it comes down to the Goblin / Tengu mask. And then we start checking deals. They have it, so it means she does. Akane doesn't. Okay. She's starting to get better. Alright, so this gear we're done with. No. So we got the Merlin robe. And only Forte can equip. Which makes sense. And I think I want to say that's roughly all there really is to buy here from this dude, but I could be wrong, like many things. I still think there's actually something he can give us, though, but we'll check the other dudes really quick. Pretty sure there's no weapons to buy. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Heat Axe, Magic Wand, Saint Ankh. Yeah, and I'm not really interested in any of that either. Dragon Axe, yes. There's only one guy who can use it, but it's one of his better weapons. Okay, look at that. Knocked that out. I believe, like I said, I believe he has another piece of gear. Sometimes all you gotta do is just keep trying until you get what you're looking for. Eventually they'll give in. Eventually. There we go. I didn't show some of this before because it's like, this is all you're doing. So we can give this to Doyle or Rhodey. You see it slows him down by 10. But it gives him better breath defense, which is important. Always buy that back. But I believe we gotten those two guys as goodies. And there's a handful of goodies here. But getting her to give them to us is another story. Not much, though. And it's not like it's expensive. Let me see. See how kind of frustrating this can be when you want the deals. Here we go. We'll buy a Brave Apple. The other ones are just consumables, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. I know we can get a goddess tier, an elixir, and one of the AoE like healing items. I think that's it. So I'm gonna try to get her to sell these items to us. We have more than enough money to do it. So I'm not hyper concerned about that. So we will try to get those items. If I can't get her to drop them, it's taking too long. We got the Brave Apple. That's probably the most important thing in my honest opinion. We've never used one of the big healing items yet. We've maybe used the one goddess tier, I think, once. So it's not like we're hurting for, those particular items. So, as you can see, this can get pretty tedious. But I wasn't wrong by saying it'd take us 2 or 3 episodes to get through the Tower of Illusion. We'll definitely be probably getting through it next episode. But as you can see, I'm getting a little frustrated here. Because she's not giving me what I want. And it's always something, right? Alright, I'll let it go for now. I'm not gonna make a big stink about it. Oh boy. We're making some great progress though, guys, if I do say so myself. 3 level apples still sitting there, which we're probably gonna pump into Jacktard and maybe Doyle to get him maybe caught up, but I don't even think that that's necessary, but we'll see. Because I'm taking Jacktard with me to end. We have to take Jacktard to end game pretty much, and then we need to start figuring out who we're going to take to end game, which is mainly the party I've been working with. No surprises, I'm sure, to anybody. We've been collecting a good amount of mithril. We still got some more mithril to process. And there's still more mithril to find in the game. Specifically the ingots, which will allow us to make uber weapons, which we need to get for Rhodey. Melody, I don't think is going to need the uber weapon so much, as what she's got what she has already is pretty good. So that means we can focus on better equipment, kinda in general. But again, those are things I'll worry about once we get there. So with that said, this is a great place to stop for right now. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/HectorStudios for more live gaming action. Because when we come back, we finish off the Tower of Illusion. Because yeah, at this point we're pretty much we've looted it, gutted it of all its valuables. You know, so that took what? 2 episodes, pretty much. So it took about an hour and a half. Plus the grinding, so 2.5 hours to deal with it, mainly for gear and for make sure we can afford everything for our characters. And so with that said, this is, we're pretty well squared away, if I do say so myself. So with that said, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.